Hello guys, my name is Amina. I'm 50 years old now, but I have carried a story inside me for more than 30 years. It has lived in the silent parts of my heart, in the corners of my memory where pain doesn't fade. It just quiets, but I believe it's time to tell it. Not for pity, but for truth, for healing. I come from one of the old town in West Africa. I was only 16 when life changed forever. I lived in a small village with my grandmother, a strong, loving woman who raised me with all she had. She sold fruits like bananas and oranges at the roadside just so we could eat. We didn't have much, but we had peace until she got sick. Her illness came suddenly. The medicines were expensive, and I had no one to turn to. I was the only one at home, just a child with a heavy burden and no voice strong enough to cry for help. The village started whispering. Everyone knew our struggle. And then came a man, rich, respected, and older. He had watched me for years. He saw my desperation and offered marriage like it was a favor. I was 17 when I said yes. I wasn't ready. I didn't even understand what I was agreeing to. But I was scared. I wanted to save my grandmother. I thought maybe marriage would bring safety or at least relief. What followed was not safety. It was fear. Every night he would come to me trying to take what I wasn't ready to give. I told him no. I begged. I cried. But to him, I was property, not a person. I fought. Every time I fought. And inside, I slowly began to disappear. I became a shell, breathing but not living, smiling only when people watched. The girl I used to be, curious, playful, full of dreams, was fading day by day. I was surviving, but I wasn't living. My grandmother passed away the year I turned 18. Her death was the final blow. It felt like the only person who ever truly saw me was gone. She died in my arms, whispering my name, and I buried my heart with her that day. I had no one left. After the burial, things changed quickly. The man I married, he stopped pretending. He began asking for money. He knew I didn't have any, but he didn't care. He would tear through the house searching for coins. When he couldn't find any, he'd insult me. He sold my grandmother's old pots, even the small radio she kept beside her bed. He used it all to fund his drinking. And every night I braced myself, not knowing what version of him would walk through the door. One night it got worse. It was raining, heavy, and the roof was leaking. I was cleaning a corner when he staggered in, drunk. His eyes were wild, and without a word he grabbed my wrist.
Tonight, you'll do what a wife is supposed to do.
I pulled away, but he shoved me onto the bed. He hovered over me, breathing heavily, his hands trying to undo my wrapper. I screamed. I kicked. Please! No, please! I begged him, tears streaming down my